Sp4zie's and plenty.
Hello, YouTube! It's Sp4zie's coming right at you with another little mini guide. A little while ago we saw Diamondprox from Gambit Gaming throw down his Dorans Blade star Tiger stance Udyr. For me personally, it was a really intriguing build, so what I did was I read up on it and I tried it out, and without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Diamondprox Tiger Udyr. In a nutshell, this build is all about the early objectives, the early advantages of the damage you get from a Tiger stance Dorans Blade Udyr. Your playstyle is going to be aggressive in a smart way, which means that you're going to look at the enemy team's strategic positionings and their summoner spells and their buffs. You're going to pick the fights, you're going to utilize your damage, and as soon as you do, you're going to capitalize with objectives and snowball your entire team to victory.
It's all aggressive on him, throws that bear stance down, and look at the damage he just plowed down a White Knight.
Yeah, and that's the thing, it's that Dorans Blade at the start.
Let's start off with the runes and masteries, because they are a little all over the place, to say the least. Here are the runes. You see a mix on the red runes of attack speed and flat physical damage. On the yellows, you see the standard flat armor. The blues is going to be a mix of magic resist flat and magic resist per level. This is just something that Diamondprox seems to do a lot. I haven't done the maths here, I've just flat out copied it from it. Quints are going to be 2 flat physical damage and 1 lifesteal. Masteries, 14 points in offense, going all the way down to extra attack damage, picking up attack speed along the way, 3 points in defense for the improved smite and the minion damage reduction, and 13 more points into utility for improved flash, extra movement speed, a little bit of mana so you can spam those stances, and most importantly, the lifesteal and the buff duration. And now is the time to ask the question why? Why this mix of runes and masteries? What you get in particular from these runes and masteries is a lot of extra attack damage, you get some lifesteal, you get attack speed, and all of this works really well with the Tiger stance. The Tiger stance make basic attacks deal extra bonus physical damage on hit. It increases your attack speed on activation, and the first basic attack that you do will deal extra physical damage on top of that as well. Let's look at the Turtle stance, which is what you're gonna max second. This ability on level 1 gives you 10% lifesteal. Add the runes and masteries, you'll have 15% lifesteal. From the passive and his Tiger stance, you get a lot of attack speed. If you start off with a Dorans Blade, which also gives health on hit, you'll basically have infinite sustain, which means that you can start Dorans Blade. And this is key to the whole strategic point of this build. Because what do you get from starting with a Dorans Blade on a jungler? Well, compared to the other jungler, you'll have more health, you'll have more damage, and you can usually, depending on what champion it is, 1v1 them early on. And if you add on top of that the single target deeps from a Tiger stance Udyr is huge for taking down early objectives like turrets, dragons, and even Nashor. And you'll realize that your strategic mindset towards the game should be pretty clear by now. Check out this objective speed. Toy! 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 Hika! You are going ham on your aggressiveness. You're the type of jungler who's gonna go, look guys, I know he's starting blue, I want mid and top to push so we can contest his red. I'm gonna save my smite and we're gonna do it. If you do manage to steal his red, time it, know when it's up next time, go top and attempt a gank. If you do manage to kill him, take the turret. If you do manage to take the turret, go back and buy, get a pink ward, rush to dragon, do the dragon. If you do manage to do the dragon, try a gank bottom. Or wait, his red is up in 1 minute, let's be there and F him up. You can see where I'm going with this. Now I know that it won't fly as smoothly, but let's say you try a gank top, you blow his flash, awesome, keep that in mind, know that it's down, notice that the jungler that you just invaded also has his flash down, loop back around, maybe go into the jungle, steal his golems, come back in, pick up the easy kill. The important thing is that if you pick up kills, if you pick up anything, if you steal a buff, if you take a turret, take something more. Constantly capitalize is the key to utilizing the single target deeps that is the Dorans Blade start on the Tiger stance Udyr. All that being said, League of Legends is of course, as we know, a team-based game, which means that all of your allies have to know and be on the same page as you are. If a bot laner that scored a double kill because of your perfect gank doesn't want to push out the turret, fine, but then make him come to dragon and slay that at least. So to finish off with the skills, you want to go max Q first, W second, E third, and fourth you want to max your R. Item-wise, it all depends on what the enemy team builds and how fed they are, etc. But you almost always want to go Spirit of the Ancient Golem into either mobility boots or boost of swiftness. Ninja Tabby, also viable if they have a lot of auto attackers. You can build Random Soulman, Frozen Heart, Sunfire Cape, Warmugs, Runic Bulwark, the Locket, or if you want to go for a more carry role, even the Iceborne Gauntlet. Wit's End could also be interesting to build. But remember, you almost always want to scale into a beefy Udyr that can take damage and set up kills for your team. And to finish off, my friends, here are 3 important things that you need to keep in mind in order to become a successful, aggressive jungler. Number 1, try and keep track on as many respawn timers on as many buffs and objectives as possible. Number 2, have a good knowledge of your enemy's abilities and if their summoner abilities are on or off cooldown. And number 3, and probably most importantly, make sure your allies knows what you're doing. If you're going for an aggressive invade, they need to know, they need to push, they need to be there. I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini guide. If you did, make sure you let me know by hitting the little like button down below. You can also add it to your favorites and share it around with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. If this is the first video of me you're watching, go and check out my channel. I got tons of League of Legends stuff on there, small guides like this one, commentaries, epic moments, and random stuff like that. Also, why not subscribe so you don't miss anything coming out in the future? And that is it, guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, cause this has been Sp4zee, and I am out.